Hello, hello, hello. So happy to have you with us. So, we are coming in a new season of The Bachelor, and this time it's with Clayton, and I'm going to be covering it. So, it's going to be an exciting season, I think. I mean, we've already had about 6 episodes, and it's been pretty exciting so far. And the thing with Clayton season is that there've already been like a bunch of women going at it for various reasons. We'll get into all of that. But before we do, I definitely like to go back to Michelle's season because my last video, which I did on screen, seemed to bring a lot of different opinions. And yes, I am so excited. People are watching my analysis videos and that sort of thing. Um, but I definitely feel like I need to highlight some comments because some of them took me by quite some surprise, especially when I record my videos. I know what's in my videos, and I didn't say anything in my video that didn't actually support Michelle. But even if I did say something in my video that didn't support her, that's my opinion and I have a right to it. Why do I have to conform to, you know, someone else's opinion about what who she chose? So let's just comment. Let's like read some of these comments. So one of the first comments I thought was really interesting. And again, thanks for commenting on my videos. I love the comments. But just watch my video and you'll see what I'm saying in the video. Let's add a little dramatic flair to it, shall we? What I noticed among you Black American podcasters are this disrespect Michelle is getting from you all, especially who I thought would know better. Michelle is grown, mature, responsible, confident, independent, intelligence, okay, intellectual, and very capable of choosing her own man. If you cannot understand her choice, at least respect it. You young women with these podcasts need to learn from Michelle. She made the best decision, the best choice, the best relationship for herself. Regardless of her parents, niece parents, and the doubters, the naysayers, the haters, producers, Mike Johnson's trolls, and most of the disrespectful podcasters. This is her choice. Life and relationship. Be respectful of her plans, her future, her dreams, her goals, and the men that compliment them all. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too. So, yes, Sorry, I'm being a little dramatic. I'm being silly with it. But, I mean, I took it as a joke, because I know we love this show and people get obsessed with it and really attached to the people on it. And so I do appreciate your comment, Judith. It's just I never said anything that said, "Hey, I don't support Michelle." I edited it because I kind of wanted to start out with who said I was black for someone who didn't really watch it. How do you know that? Maybe it's just a filter. I kind of wanted to lead with that. News flash. But why does it have to be like the first thing that you say? I just feel like this might be the same woman who attacks what was the first bachelor the black bachelorette's name, who attacks Rachel Lindsay for saying maybe something that she said, the former host of The Bachelor. And I just think like anyway, I have no more thoughts. But anyway, how I responded to her, because like I'm trying to express myself as best I know how. As far as me responding to her, I just said, haha, thanks for commenting. Did you actually watch this video though? What disrespect, haha. But thanks for listening, watching, and subscribing. As I also, if you actually listen to my video and watch without all the emotion of jumping to a predetermined conclusion of what the quote Black American podcasters would say, then you actually see that this video shows the exact opposite of the accusations you hurl in the comment section at me. Cheerio. Look, guys and gals, good. I'm glad, and I hope it lasts forever. And let's play some of this video. Let's play some of this video that allegedly I, was not supporting her in. Let's play some of it. I really want to get to the bottom of this. Maybe this needs to be but she liked him, even though she didn't really feel 100% sure that he was either all in for her or that he would not leave her hanging. So it was like one of those things where she kind of felt nervous about her fear about picking someone who wasn't really into her and that sort of thing, but she still picked him. So I don't really understand that, but I kind of do, based on what they were talking about in the season. So that's basically how it turned out. I mean, I don't really have much more to say except I wish them well. They have union. I'm okay with it. And I wish them the best. And if you actually listen to my video even prior to that, you'll hear me saying it might be something that we don't understand. You don't need to understand everyone's love to accept it and respect it. And I think that's where Judith and some of the other commenters, um, you know, got it wrong. I'm happy that they're happy. And as I say on my channel with all the couples, even if I don't think they're going to last, and I'm not speaking specifically about Michelle and Nate, I'm just saying if you look at my last videos with how some of the couples will fare out and things like that, I've gotten it pretty right. So it's not that I won't want them to last. I wish them the best. But again, as I stated in past videos where I didn't even think couples were going to last, I still wish them the best. So with that, I'm going to move on. But I'm happy for the comments. Anyway, let's move on. So back to this season of The Bachelor. It's really interesting. I'm excited about it. The first week, there was a broken engagement. The girl couldn't get over her engagement. One of the girls in the cast. In the other tab, let's pull up the cast members of The Bachelor. If you scroll down, you'll see all of the cast members there. And it's basically one of these things where some of them came on the show, they weren't really ready. That's what happened week one. Also, a girl was talking negative about Clayton. And that was not good. Teddy got the first impression rose. And that was basically it. The girl had to go. I mean, I don't think she lasted very long. Week two, that had a lot of drama. Cassidy was not making any friends, but yes, she still got the rose, even though she wasn't participating in the group dates spearheaded by Hillary Duff. Elizabeth and Shanae's, they had a lot of drama. There was like, oh, you're my friend, you're not my friend. Basically, Elizabeth and Shanae's relationship was a downer. Susie got the first one-on-one that went well. Sierra told Clayton about one of the girls. She had some sort of. Let's pull up that tab with all the cast. If you know Sierra, she was one of the girls. She was very outspoken, and she basically told one of the girls had some guy on the side. Clayton debates taking the rose back from Cassidy after hearing she had someone back home. That was an issue, which eventually got her out of there because allegedly she had a relationship going on before she got there. To her defense, she did tell Clayton she wasn't speaking to anyone that she believed she would have a relationship with. She was speaking with someone, but she didn't believe she actually could have a relationship with that person. So to her defense, it was like she was telling him the truth, but she was leaving some things out. So then when they did discuss it, he did ask her, and she said, "Yeah, there was someone I was talking to, but I know it wasn't going to go anywhere." But she still got sent home. It was a crazy situation. So it was a shrimp situation. There was like a whole shrimp situation between Elizabeth and Shanae, and it was just one of those things where it was just very weird. Elizabeth was sent home on week 4, and Shanae was happy about that. She overheard Gabby, Genevieve, and Sierra talking about her. There was also that whole football thing. Marlena was leading the touchdown. Sierra had it in for Shanae. Clayton confronted Sierra on her tackle. Shanae was also, tackled her too. So when it was not needed. And basically, they're just draining Clayton. After the group date, participants bring up the issue to Clayton. He brings it up to Shanae. She apologizes. Week 5, and ultimately Sierra goes home. She's very outspoken about the experience with all the girls and stuff. Gabby was the one who had a strained relationship with her mom. That kind of came out. On the group date, they roasted Shanae. It seemed like Shanae wasn't even there, but for some reason they kept bringing her up. Like I was just like, wow, they keep bringing her up. Even when she's not there. I thought that was very odd. So basically, with that, he knew there was still drama going on in the house. He knew there was still drama with that. Sarah roasted Mara. This was really interesting. Sarah roasted Mara. She was talking about her age a lot, which I found to be weird. Mara is just, well, how old was she? Like 32? Like, that doesn't constitute a cougar. I thought there was like a very specific thing you had to do to be a cougar. You had to be like well into your 40s, dating someone like 15 years younger, like in their 20s. Mara's like 32. She's not a cougar. Sarah is the youngest girl in the house. She's 20, however old she is, and she was 24. I feel, or maybe she is 23. I don't know. My bad. It's pausing me, but anyway, she was taking quite a few digs at her, and it's gonna come up in the next week. She's putting things on a bit. It's gonna come up that like Sarah is not really being genuine potentially, or she's being too confident in the upcoming weeks. But in week 5, Mara did kind of give it back to her and basically called her a thirsty bee. She said the actual word, but she called her a thirsty bee. But, it is what it is. Uh, it was revealed on the 2-on-1 with Genevieve and Shanae that in order to Clayton, he felt Shanae was putting it on a bit and not telling the whole truth about Genevieve or calling her an actress when she wasn't, and that sort of thing. And so he sent Shanae home. I felt like, I don't know if I have mixed feelings about this because I feel like Shanae was being as genuine as she could be. Everyone has their own personalities, and she was clearly chosen in a house for certain reasons, and I think she added something to it, and she was basically like the protege of Cassidy. I mean, like Cassidy was kind of like telling her how to be in the house. Cassidy, got kicked out a little early, and because of that whole potential situation, um, in back home that she had with that guy, allegedly. And I mean, Cassidy kind of took Shanae under her wing. Shanae became Shanae, and Shanae had a lot to say. So that's that. But yeah, so then week 6 was quite interesting because this was like the last week. Um, there was a lot of drama. A lot of drama. What is these? Me. Ooh, it's a big one. There's a lot of drama. The 2-on-1 takes a dramatic turn when Shanae gets sent home. I did mention that, but I mentioned it from week 5. But that's what happened ultimately in week 6. Um, they felt like, oh my gosh, we have peace in the house. But I feel like there was drama from other women too. When the previous week they said, oh, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to forgive her if she apologizes. She apologized. They still held something over her head. And actually, Sierra still tried to make drama with her. And other women made drama her. Genevieve still had a bone to pick with her. They were all dramatic about it. And I feel like, look, if you're going to say you're going to forgive her and all this stuff, then at least stick by your word. Don't say you're going to forgive her and we're going to have a clean slate and then still talk stuff, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I didn't think that was appropriate at all, but that's what occurred. Uh, Moving on, they felt they could have that sense of peace now that she wasn't in the house. The 3 ladies who did get the rose was Genevieve, because obviously she got that from the 2-on-1 when it was Shanae and her. Gabby had a rose. I believe she had that one-on-one date. She was also someone in that room with Sierra who was talking a lot of things against Shanae and how they wanted to take her down. As far as I'm concerned, they both should go home. Genevieve and Gabby. That's other drama. They might have been just privy to the conversation, but they were agreeing with Sierra. But Sierra's the one that got sent home. I don't think that's necessarily the best way to solve the drama crisis in the house. They should all go. As far as the number of the ladies is dwindling down, he feels like Clayton felt like he had a sense of relief, um, that Shanae is not in the house anymore. I mean, Shanae, but still, he realizes it's getting closer to the home dates, and the hometown dates, and so he knows it's getting serious. And so he does feel like he's getting closer to having that sense of love and being in love with someone or some of the ladies. But yet and still, I don't think he's quite there yet. But some of the women did tell him that he was falling in love, that they were falling in love with him. They whisked all of the ladies off to Croatia, and Serene is crowned queen in the Croatian challenge. And also Marlena was doing well too, and some of the other things, but she wind up, I believe she wound up going home actually, this week, and she never got those group date roses. She did well. There was a football challenge in the previous week. There were some other things, but she wind up never getting that group date rose. So I think she kind of saw the writing on the wall for what it was with Clayton herself. So Marlena did go home, and that was before the women went to Croatia. So Mara's bringing a lot of tense energy, but she was bringing a lot of tense energy because I guess she felt like, hey, I'm here for love, and why can't Clayton see this? She even said this during one of the events. She was talking about all the things she can do for him, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, this is not what he's looking for. Like, come on. So I think that basically she was feeling like he was slipping away. So she had a lot of tense energy and she went to him and she's like, I don't think that you're picking the right girls, blah blah blah. And I'm thinking to myself, how do these women know what he wants? They don't. Like, have they asked him, what do you want in a woman? And they feel like they know what's best for him, but yet their relationship with him is not as developed as some of the other women. So I just feel like they, again, as I said in other seasons, instead of concentrating on their relationship with him, they are nitpicking at the other woman in the house and going to him and telling him things. They should be spending more time concentrating on their relationship with him. And I think that would help them because it didn't wind up well for Sierra, didn't wind up well for Shanae or Shanae, and now Mara is coming after Sarah. And now, yes, maybe Sarah is not doing what she needs to do, and she is being fake, or she's being overly confident, or whatever, and it's going to come out if that's the case. But let him see that. Don't be the one carrying that information because you can maybe once in a very genuine way. But I think the trap that Ciara fell into was she kept coming with this information. She kept coming with all this information. And it just became like she was an information bearer rather than a love bearer. And he's looking for a love bearer. He's looking for a wife. Mara had like all this tense emotions and she brought that to Clayton, and I feel like Clayton kept his eyes open, but when he brought that to Sarah, Sarah just had like all this emotion about it, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, just like backfire. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that, like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And he was like, oh. And basically their relationship wound up being more stronger than it was before. And so she was like, yeah, Sarah was like, yeah, Karma's a B, blah, 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 blah. Because I got him and we're stronger than ever. So I'm like, Mara, it's kind of backfired. Like, just hold your own, be strong, take that tense energy and just concentrate on him and being genuine and not the haters. Like, you're in the house for a reason. You have a shot with Clayton just like she does. And, you know, Sarah will be 32 at some point if she's blessed to get to that age, just like we're all blessed to get older. Sarah just shared she's ready to be engaged. I think Clayton also needs to be a little bit more like specific. Like, it's not just are they ready to be engaged. He was crying practically. No, he was crying on Michelle's season. I want to be a father. I want to be a dad. I want to be a dad. He doesn't need to be asking if they're ready to be engaged. He needs to be asking, are you ready to be a mother? Are you ready to be a mother to my children? Because after engagement comes marriage, then children, or some sort of combination of that. So he needs to be asking these women, not especially when they're 24 or whatever, not if, oh, are you ready to be engaged? Because they could be like, yeah, I'm ready to be engaged and want to have like a 3-year engagement and then have children like 5 years later. So now he's waiting 8 years to be a dad. He needs to be asking them, hey, are you ready to be married? And how soon after we get married do you want to have children? Like, do you want to have children? How long do you think? And they need to be talking about the length of engagement. Check out my channel. On my channel, you'll see videos that has gotten a lot of views on engagement lengths and all of that stuff. And I've had some videos on my channel about basically who's gonna last and why I think certain things couples didn't last because they had these years and years and years and years long engagements, and these engagements did not produce to a marriage, and that's what the Bachelor and Bachelorette is all about. And so I feel like with Clayton, not, is it Clayton? Yeah, Clayton. I was gonna call him Colton. Oops, sorry. There's a lot of C's, a lot of C's. Um, with Clayton, I feel like he needs to be a little bit more specific. And it's not about, oh, are you ready to be engaged? It's about, are you ready to be married? Are you ready to be a mother? Because that's what he was crying so passionately that he wanted. And that's why everyone fell in love with him. Oh my gosh, he wants to be a dad. Look at him with the puppies. He's a father figure. He's a puppy dad. He wants to be a human dad, you know? So I just feel like these are the questions he needs to ask. And hopefully he gets these answers coming up in the upcoming weeks. So I'm excited about it. I hope you enjoyed my review, and hopefully we can have some exciting comments. And hopefully the comments are actually based in truth, like based in things I actually said, not emotion about the skin I'm in. And I hope she found what she's looking for. Just like I hope you find what you're looking for, and that we all find what we are looking for. So that's it. So anyway, thanks for watching, listening, subscribing, and I hope that we see you in the next video. I hope you had a happy Valentine's Day, and remember, Valentine's Day is every day. And yeah, mwah. Okay, bye.